from the shit.
This is TFTS episode 35 with your head pooper in command, Josh Jack, an educational show about something nasty we all do. You ain't pooping, you ain't living, and if you think the show's nasty, well, you come out of your mother's shitty twat, you're nasty, and all that jazz. Folks, I know it's not the last Monday of the month, that's next week, but it's Memorial Day, and I don't have any plans as usual, but I know most of you probably do. Most people have a better life than me, so I decided to do it tonight. Okay, decided to do the show early tonight, 1 week earlier than usual, plus it'll give us more time to prepare for the next show, which is next month, because you guys know I do a show every 4 weeks. Well, listen, we got the number queued up. I got 4 poop articles to get to, okay? But I just took a dump before this show. And I know some of you don't believe me, but yes, I took a poop about 10 minutes before this show. I made some beans and corn earlier with some grilled chicken, and I don't think I cooked the chicken as good as I cooked. So there was blood in my poop. I just took a bloody poop and I ate some, what's it called? Those fruit roll-ups. My poop was bloody and green, and I'm not even joking. I can't wait to lose subscribers from this show. I fucking love it. Well, listen. Let's get to it. Let's get to the 4 poop articles first. Man arrested at Kid Rock's bar for removing colostomy bag and swinging it around. This just happened days after the last episode. We had a real shitstorm, no pun intended, literally. According to Scan Nashville on Twitter, a call came over to the Metro Police. A man was swinging his colostomy bag at Kid Rock's big-ass honky-tonk rock and roll steakhouse. That's a long name for a bar. Male took off his colostomy bag and started swinging around at others. Some units had feces on them. This is the 3rd time I heard a colostomy bag guy in the past 2 nights. This guy has a record. According to the scan of traffic, this was the 3rd time police have been in contact with the man that night. But can you imagine being out all night partying and literal feces starts spraying down on you? Yes, I can imagine. Some people actually pay for that. I am not comfortable being in the same bar with the swinging colostomy bag guy. I would stay away from him. Actually, I would put one of those, like Gallagher, you know, those shows where they put the white cloth on them. Sounds fun if you ask me. Bloody poop, green blood. Yep, that's right. How about this for a poop article, Mr. Bill Miller? Man builds poop wall in Washtenaw County after dispute with his neighbor. A 250-foot long wall of poop divides 2 properties in Lodi Township. It's a smelly fence that Wayne says his farmer neighbor built after dispute. Normally they spread it on the field, but they decided to make a fence around it. It's just a shit pile over there. So I'm looking at the picture right now, and I wish I could show this on the screen. It just looks like a cemetery. That's all it looks like. It looks like just graves being built, but it's poop. It's like you can't even leave the window open. The whole wind upstairs smells like it. When asked about the poop wall, the neighbor said it built it. It's not a poop wall. It's a compost fence. Oh, you silly neighbors. My God. What else we got? Oh, yeah, so this kid did a science project, and this kid should get a prize for this. Do cats' butts really touch all the surfaces in your home? And he has a poster board that it shows his cat sitting down. We got a call here.
Call from.
Yes. All right. I didn't realize I had to press 1 to accept calls, but. Yes, hi. You're on the Poop Show.
There's this one time I went to this nightclub, and it was a crazy rock show, and some guy brought it must have been like something from the animal shelter. There's like an animal shelter and vet like right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy had like a dead dog. And he was just swinging it around by the tail. And it was, it's pretty horrifying. Some people didn't believe him until like fucking this yellow liquid started coming out of its mouth. And this guy's swinging this thing, so it's getting like this yellow fucking stuff everywhere. I guess it's dog bile, but he was swinging a dead dog, and people started a fight. Everyone hated him. It was disgusting. It It might as well have been poop. I know this is the shit.
Yes.
It might as well have been poop.
So it was piss, you're saying. Was piss coming out of this dog?
Nah, it had to be like bile because it didn't smell like piss.
Hmm.
It smelled like, I mean, you know when like a dog is breathing on you and you're like, Jesus Christ, you smell like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, dogs. Dude, that's the thing, you know. Dogs get ulcers and that shit just rots in their body.
Hmm.
No one fucking fixes that. They just go, boy, fucking my dog's pet stinks so well.
Now, was this at Shampoo's Gothic night?
This is at like some fucking like it was like a barber shop during the day.
Mm.
At night they take all like the stuff out and it turns into a rock and roll club.
Wow. Well, that's quite the story. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that looks like did the liquids get on anybody? Did it come close to anybody?
Over everybody, everyone got it on them.
Oh.
Everybody, the bouncers, especially the bouncers, because they were picking this guy up, you know.
So did the guy get his butt kicked? Did they throw him? Did they throw him out, or what did they do to him?
Yeah, they beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh, that's great.
But it got on ladies. It was terrible. It was a terrible sight. And the thing was, like once they got the guy, that dog stayed on the ground. You know.
Yeah.
And it was just like pouring, like stuff was coming out of its eyes and its mouth and its ass, and it was disgusting. It might have been like embalming fluids and whatnot, or not embalming fluids because I guess they don't need to embalm it. They just fucking throw it in the dumpster apparently.
Oh wow. Well, that is quite the story, and it's disgusting. I'm glad the guy got his ass kicked for that, because that's pretty. Not only does it ruin the business, it's not good. It's not good for business, and it's not good for just in general.
Yeah, man. It's like I would say it's worse than human shit. By the way, I took a shit today and it was like yellow water.
Yeah, that happens. That's like diarrhea, but it's like there's two different types of diarrhea. There's diarrhea that's straight water, and then you got the other diarrhea where there's a little bit of chunks in there. And you got to be careful what you eat in this weather. Well, today was actually a really cool day. So, but when it gets hot out, you got to be careful what you eat this weather, because
I ate like 3 raw hot dogs, and because they cook them at the factory, you know, you could just eat them. But I had that and like a Red Bull, and I guess that equals water.
Yeah. Yeah, you eat a lot of. It seems like you eat a lot of hot dogs. I saw you did one of your cooking show, and I've seen you always talk about it. It seems like you.
Oh, I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are great.
Well, I know there's this professional wrestler named The Big Show, and he was poor. He used to eat. He would eat a pack of hot dogs a day.
Dude, that's why he's the Big Show.
Yeah. Well, he lost
the
weight.
Big Show.
He lost weight. He's in good shape. He's got abs now. But yeah, he used to be fat though. He used to be like a fat guy now he's he's pretty ripped.
I like how he started wearing like the suit and like the big money, like, you know, he's one of the big money guys, like the fucking establishment, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I think wrestlers.
He used to be a big cop, right?
No, are you thinking of the Big Boss Man?
Oh yeah, I am.
No, they had a feud. They had a feud where the Big Boss Man went to the Big Show's dad's funeral and jumped on his casket. That's how crazy wrestling used to be.
I'm the only big guy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He jumped right on his dad's casket.
And then Biggie Smalls shows up.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm dead. Why have you resurrected my soul? I'm the only big guy.
They have used a lot of poop in wrestling before. There have been many times where wrestlers have had fake poop dumped on them and stuff. And I guarantee wrestlers have a lot of poop stories because they eat a lot of protein. A lot of grilled chicken, a lot of steak. They make a lot of big poops.
Oh, dude, I was watching wrestling today, and someone pooped in the ring. And like a professional, the referee just scooped that shit up and threw it off of the ring.
Yeah.
In fact,
some wrestlers...
I didn't notice that the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
You know?
UFC guys...
Wrestling referees are like, you know, they're like mothers with 2 kids. They're like, they've seen it all. They're like, they're not afraid of poop.
Yeah, UFC guys have also pooped themselves in rings, and wrestlers. I think the Big Show actually pooped himself in a match, and it happens, man.
That's how
Sometimes
you
just
win.
have to go.
That's how you win.
Yeah, well, thanks for calling in, Bill. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, anytime, dude.
All right. That was Bill Miller, everybody. The great Bill Miller. And we have to get back to this article of, do cats' butts really touch all the surfaces in your home? Well, not only are you not alone, but you got some answers. Thanks to the 6th grader for his homeschool science project. Do your cat's butthole? Oh, he put butthole, but it says butts in the thing. So let's see. The lipstick was removed on the baby wipe once they collected necessary data, which took less than 10 minutes. His mom, Carrie, shared the findings. So where did the research conclude? Long and medium hair cats' buttholes made no contact with soft or hard surfaces at all, Carrie wrote. Short hair cats made no contact, but we did see evidence of a slight smear of slough beaded surface if you have a short-haired cat. So there you go, guys. If you have a short-haired cat, there is going to be some little references from their butthole. And finally, the last article is, I think I know which justice flushed. A phantom toilet flush in any professional settings is a hilarious occurrence, but it becomes doubtly so when they consider the intensity of favor when Chef Justice John Roberts attempted to maintain the court's sense of mystical grandeur by keeping its activities from the view, the current pandemic, by the flush. Okay, so please join me as we venture to the audio files. So they have audio files of someone flushing the toilets, trying to find out who it was. I have to keep these things short, you know. And, alright, guys, let's get to the topics. These topics are really disgusting. Nobody wants to hear about my poop. I get that. But let's get on to them. I almost pooped myself eating Chinese food. Okay, here's what happened. I had a brownie. This is a few weeks ago. In the morning. And then I ordered some Chinese food. It was taking a while, so I ate another brownie. And I'm in the middle of eating Chinese food, and it's just almost going right through me. And I'm like, I gotta take a shit, man. So I put the food in the refrigerator. I just ran downstairs and blew out a big, stinky dump. Oh, it was disgusting. I don't have that many topics. I took 5 dumps in one day before I had a big chicken. I had a big chicken burrito bowl. I had for lunch, okay, my beans and corn. Then I had ribs, peas, and stuffing. Then for snack, I had chocolate cake. And then the next day, I had KFC and lasagna, okay? So all that meat and everything, I took 5 dumps, guys. A good thing I don't have a job, because I would just be on the toilet all day. My boss was like, get out of here. You gotta get fired. This is something that really happened. My poop stunk so bad, a mouse ran over my foot. Now, I do have mice in my house, unfortunately. And pretty much, I was wiping my butt, and a mouse was hiding in the corner. You ever have a mouse run over your foot? It's disgusting. A mouse just ran right over my foot. It was hiding in the corner, and it was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm a mouse, and I leave shit all over the house, and even I can't stand this guy's smell. I told you, folks, my poop isn't human. Ever get one of those stringy dumps where it looks like bits of weird chunks of poop? I've been taking those lately, guys. You ever take one of those thick shits where it's stuck to the bowl and you gotta use a toilet brush? I've had that happen lately, folks. I took a dump and it was stuck to the bowl. I flushed it. I even put a bucket of water on there and I had no choice. That thing was thick. It was thick, man. I ate KFC twice in one day. Okay, so if you guys want to know what happens to you if you eat KFC twice in one day, what happened was my mom got KFC for lunch. Then my dad comes home with KFC, and I'm like, we just had KFC earlier. My dad was like, well, I wanted KFC. So now we got all this chicken laying around, and, I used to grow up kind of, I wouldn't say poor, but kind of hungry, believe it or not, because I'm fat. I was skinny when I was a kid because we didn't have much food. So I ate it again. What happened? Well, the next day I pooped 5 times, and they were chunky, rich type of dumps. And finally, folks, if you want to know how to take 7 dumps in one day, today, not yet, that's today, Saturday, the night of the live stream, I had to drink Pepto-Bismol before I went out. I took 7 dumps. Here's what I had. I had chicken fingers and fries for lunch, and then I had a Wawa wrap and a bag of chips. That was in the same day, not that day. Then the next day, I had bacon and egg whites That wasn't bad. But then I made my beans and corn. I made my beans and corn with chicken. I didn't put any cayenne pepper on there. And it was just a combination of everything. Maybe something wasn't cooked right. And on Saturday, guys, I just kept shitting and shitting and shitting. Have you ever gotten a hemorrhoid? Yes, I think everybody has. Well, some people haven't. I remember first time I got a hemorrhoid, pretty much, I was bleeding. So I looked it up online, and it said, you might not have anything wrong with you. You use some, what's it called? Preparation H. So I took a glove, I put some Preparation H back there, and it went away. But I felt the hemorrhoid in my butt. I felt it. It felt weird. It feels like you have like lumps in your butthole. And yeah, it's pretty gross. Baby wipes do help, but also I still have Preparation H in my bathroom closet that I haven't used in years. And whenever I take a poop in public, I always wipe down the seat. I take a baby wipe, I wipe down the seat, and I like a nice cool seat. I was listening to this radio show. This guy said he likes when people sit down before him because he likes a warm seat, and that's fucking disgusting. A warm seat means somebody was sitting there before you. That is gross. Who the fuck wants to sit on somebody else's dirty ass? That is disgusting. Well, folks, that is it for the show. We did this a week earlier. Thanks to Bill Miller for calling in. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. 2 people, Bill Miller and somebody else, Alex Handro. And once again, we're doing this a week early. I'll see you guys the last Monday of the next month. We'll have more poop topics, hopefully poop articles. And that'll be it. All right, guys. So thanks for listening. You just listened to, you know what you're listening to.
Tales from the shit.